Attention realtors, another tip for today. Sometimes my agents call me, and because the interest rate is high, they get skeptical in regards whether they should grab a listing or not. And they made sense what they told me, because sometimes they grab a listing, they invest in marketing the listing, professional photos, videos and all that, and then if they can't get the property sold because of the way the market is, then they lose out. All right. I myself, I've seen on listings that it's been hard. Okay, it falls apart at the last minute. I honestly don't know what's going on, but this is what I suggest. And this applies to sellers. If you're listening to me, hear me carefully. The real estate market right now, the interest rate is high. I mean, I've seen higher. I'll go way back to the 80s and 90s, but it is high, but it's predicted that next year the interest rate is going to be dropping. So, buyers, if you're looking to buy a house, I give you my advice, buy it now, because in the meantime, you could be building equity, because keep in mind that when that interest goes down, you're going to have a lot more people shopping around to buy a house, which means the real estate market is going to appreciate in value, right? It's going to go up in value, making it harder for you to buy the house. So although the interest rate is high now, okay, you can buy the house and then refinance later and start building equity from now versus later on be shopping around and be on a bidding war trying to get the property. So this is honestly, it's the best time to buy. Share it, spread it out. You know, for realtors, if you're grabbing the listing, if you're worried about that, keep in mind that once that interest rate goes down, at least you have a contract, hopefully for 6 months, and you have the listing in your hand. I usually do what is called a broker price opinion. It's a huge report, right? It's proprietary information here. We definitely do appreciation, we do allocation, we do adjustments, we do a lot in order to come to what is called a market value. That being stated, from experience, guys, I'm telling you from experience, back in the days I was by the book, and I still am, but don't get me wrong. But my point is that whatever the property was worth, this is what it was worth, and I was very strict about it, right? Because again, I didn't want to invest money in marketing a property and then it doesn't sell. No, you have to sit down with your client. You got to find out first, do your report, find out what the property's worth. But before you even tell your client what it's worth, I have the report right here. I ask them, okay, what do you think your property's worth, and how much are you willing to let the property go? You want to know before you open up the report, okay? Then I go over the report, I go every comp, I go average price sold per square foot, and so they can see themselves, and then I ask them again, what do you think your property's worth? The numbers is not going to change. You already saw part of the report. It's not going to change. This is going to be for you. So I need to know to see if we are in the same ballpark figure. And usually they'll come back and tell me, sometimes be like, oh, but you the expert, I want you to know. No, you want to know because you know why? At the same time, remember, there's a low range, and there's a high range. You want to know if you're in the same ballpark figure, because I don't want to waste my time grabbing a listing, and if the person's not flexible, I'm going to lose out on my money. And I invest over $1,000 easily marketing any property, a couple of thousands most of the time. So at least if you know you're in the ballpark figure, it's great. If not, you could adjust your price, because I learned many years ago that a lot of times I could be correct and be wrong, or be wrong and be correct. What do I mean by that? I could give you an actual estimate of the property based on my experience and the knowledge of the neighborhood, my farming area. However, I notice that sometimes I will lose the listing because someone else will come in, list the property a lot higher than what it's worth, but eventually what happens? They negotiate with the client. They have 6 months usually, right? Negotiate with the client, eventually bring the price to what I said was worth. And then, what doesn't matter? I lost out after all the work I did. I will lose out getting that listing presentation. So I like to offer what the property is worth, assuming that we're in the same ballpark figure. But if they're that much higher, I say, okay, look, this is what it actually worth. I'm willing to do it your way for 30 days. However, if we get no clients, you know, the truth, the market determines the value of the property. Okay? If we get no clients, are you willing to go down to this number? Because if not, I don't want to grab the listing. I have to let listings go. What good is it? You invest thousands of dollars and you can't sell the property. Now, a lot of times I'll grab it even above, because I know that throughout the 6 months, not only I can renegotiate the price, I usually wait around 2 months, and I go, if I need a third party, I'll go and I'll pay an appraiser, which is a third party, right? And I'll get a certified appraisal. And then that helps me to negotiate with my client of what the profit should be, okay? And it's easier to negotiate that way, and you don't look like the bad guy. Keep that in mind. But remember, you have 6 months, and you can have a listing that right now the interest rate may be high, but come January, February, when the interest rates drop, At least you got the listing, not somebody else, and then you can sell the property because you basically got hopefully 6 months, right? And that's what you want to do. Now, I myself, if they don't want to give me a contract for 6 months, I tell them, listen, I'm sorry, I can't grab it because right now I don't know. I'm going to invest a lot of money in your property, marketing your property over $1,000, $2,000-$3,000 sometimes, and I want to know that at least I have the opportunity of taking that risk and have what is called a return on my investment. Right? I'm investing money to market your property, no cost to you. I want to make sure I have the opportunity to get my money back. You never know if the market goes higher, makes it hard for you to sell the property. I want to know that if I'm investing this money, I'm going to at least have the opportunity at least 6 months so I can sell the property. And I tell the truth, plus, if not, honestly, I won't be marketing your property, I will be working in your best interest because I want to be scared I'm going to lose out the money, and that's not good for you neither, okay? Putting a property on the MLS alone is not going to cut it these days, guys. It is not. Keep in mind, when you put a property on the MLS, it's usually around your area, you want to be able to market outside your area as well, especially different states, right? The property that I sell a lot of times are luxury homes here in Bella Lago community. Therefore, I have to market to outsiders, New York, New Jersey, California, Nevada, Miami, where they have more funds and they find these properties here, right, more affordable, and they will invest sometimes even cash. Versus the area that's familiarized with the neighbor already, they may not be interested, or they may be more skeptical. They may know about the traffic. They may know about certain things that's going to make harder for me to sell the property versus selling outside the state. So keep that in mind. Don't be scared. Grab the listing. Let your buyers know. Buy now, because when that interest rate drops, it's just going to be that much harder because the house will appreciate in value. And then, when you could have built equity now. Okay? That's my point. Hope that helps, right? Please like, comment, and share. Follow me on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and God bless. George Almodovar with Bella Lago Experts, powered by LBT. Thank you.